This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by Matthew Macklin. Matt, what an event we've got here in Cardiff, Wales. Chris Eubank Jr, Liam Williams, bit of needle. It's what we're loving, it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's people are seeing it as a 50-50 fight, 50-50-ish anyway. I mean, people lean whichever way they want, but the fact is, people are divided in who they feel is going to win the fight, and they're always the best fights because it creates all the banter and the talking point and the side bets and all the rest of it, and also on top of that, the added spice, which I think it doesn't have to have it, but it makes it better. It's got genuine needle. You can see they genuinely don't really like each other, do they?
Whose favour does that play in? Because you can see in Liam's face, he genuinely dislikes him. This isn't to build a show, which we often see. He genuinely looks like he hates him. Is that going to work in his favour or against him?
No, as long as he doesn't let it control him, as long as he can harness it in the right way, then it can help drive him on, motivate him in training and all the rest of it, and even dig in on the night. But he can't let it get the better of him, where he gets reckless or starts fighting angry. You got to stay controlled aggression. It has to be. You can't get reckless.
Who do you think comes into this as a favourite, if there is one? Because I speak to everyone, and a lot of people just give me valid cases for both. No one seems to lean towards one or the other. Would you see Chris as the favourite coming into this?
I think he is a slight favourite. Yeah, I do. I think if you look at the two losses he had against George Groves and Billy Joe Saunders, boxer tricks, difficult, in terms of movement and trickiness, and Eubank has improved since then. As well, and I think George Groves, massive puncher and a big super middleweight. Eubank was never. He looked tiny compared to him on that night. I was at the fight ringside, and you could see he looked the weight division above him. There are his only two losses. Williams had a couple of losses there with Liam Smith. Liam Smith, very good fighter. Obviously Andrade as well. Andrade, very good fighter. No one wants to fight him. Tricky. This is a proper fight. It's a proper fight. Who wins? Don't know. I lean to Eubank. I think he might come on strong at the end, but I wouldn't put my house on it.
Let's move swiftly on. Clarissa Shields. Many of us wanted to see her in the UK for a while, especially when women's boxing is booming over here. Spoke to her yesterday. She's a real character, big personality, and her achievements go without saying. Self-proclaimed GOAT. What do you make of her, and how exciting is it, the fact that we could see her, providing she gets past her opponent on the weekend, against Savannah Marshall? How much do you rate Clarissa? Yeah,
big time. I mean, she is probably alongside Katie Taylor. They're the trailblazers, aren't they? Katie, the gold medalist in London, really kind of set boxing up in a lot of ways. The women's boxing, it's just gone from strength to strength since then. She had a fantastic few years, Katie Taylor has, and the news this week about the fight being announced with her and Amanda Serrano in Madison Square Garden, and you can see, and rightly so, by the way, you see the media and the press and all the attention it's getting is amazing. And after that, probably the fight we want to see in women's boxing, which is coming, it looks like it, because as you can see what's being set up here, is Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields. So it's good that Clarissa Shields is boxing over here on prime time UK TV. Everyone gets to see her fight because she's a great character. 2 times Olympic gold medalist, undefeated professional. The only person to beat her that I know of is Savannah Marshall in the amateurs. Now, you can see a lot of pride in Clarissa Shields. There's an ego there.
Yeah.
She wants
to put that right.
Of course she does. And it's a fight that will. And Savannah Marshall's gone from strength to strength. Yeah. Look, early on, heard a lot about her. Wasn't quite seeing it in the performances, but I think it was just a confidence thing, or she was just waiting for something to click for her. But her last few performances, she's just gone to another level.
Just quickly, because I know you've got to go run off now. Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury. Talk about how big a fight that is. Incredible fight. Purse bid's won by Frank Warren. Congratulations to him on that. Let's hope it's lives up to everything. So I think it's going to be an amazing build-up. Talk to me about that fight.
Oh, I think he will. Look, Dillian Whyte's the mandatory challenger. He's been the mandatory challenger for so long. It's great that he's finally getting his shot, and it's a great fight for Fury too, because and it's great for Fury to be back over here on this side of the Atlantic, and it's probably the perfect fight for him, really. Look, yeah, Joshua if that had happened a while back, that would have been brilliant, but it didn't. Usyk, you know, it's been a bit of a messy situation, really, what's going on. But I'll have to go now. But yeah, it's a great fight. Can't wait for it.
Matt Macklin, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. Thank you.